All right, what we got here? This is a Vadis 408R with no shielding, as you can hear in the cabinet. Just finished giving this one a bit of an overhaul. It's just letting it run on the you know, just while it's assembled after I've done it, to see if I need to pull it apart again. Had it running on the bench for a couple of hours, but it's always good to, I always like to let them run again for another hour or two, or longer even, depending on where the amp's going to be used, just to see if anything changes. Because often the amp will work absolutely fine on the bench, and then you put it away and something will come up. Like this, for instance. The reverb on this, I had this working on the bench, no dramas. A little bit of hum when it's turned all the way up, but now it's quite hummy, so we might have to look into that. So what I believe is causing that is the reverb tank on this particular amp is mounted on the back panel, right, you know, right, pretty close to everything. So pretty close to the power transformer, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, that could be part of it. Might be able to remount it on the bottom, but it depends. Might have to adjust the springs and stuff in it to bloody make sure it sort of sits right when it's horizontal as opposed to vertical. So the tank is probably designed to be vertically mounted, not horizontally mounted. On top of that, some other stuff. I added a jack plate to the back. It's a little bit homemade looking, but it previously just had it's just a speaker cable coming out with a plug on the end, and he wanted a jack just to make things a bit easier, because the lead was only about less than 6 inches long anyway, so coming out of it. And so yeah, she runs it on, it has a 5U 4GB in there. I'm not sure if that's correct or not, can't find much info on these at all. And it's got two EL34s in the power amp, and then it's got 5 12AX7s and a 12 AU7 for the reverb driver and recovery. Couldn't tell you if any of that stuff's correct or not. Like I said, there's no information, but it seems to work and sounds pretty good as is. Some other stuff that came out of it. So yeah, just a full cap job. Just bulgy old caps that have become resistors. These guys were, their capacitance measurement was like 3 times what the value is. So they're basically useless. And yeah, bulgy and stuff coming out of them. What else did we do? We just had to replace the pilot light. The sort of thing that retained it, the sort of outer lip on the actual body of the light fell off, or broke off, or was broken off, I should say. So I replaced that similar mains powered thing. New mains cable was installed. There's remnants of the old one, really old. I think it's the original one, and some fucking hot glue on it, and then some dodgy half-ass shit from some other tech who might have been an electrician. Sorry, Sparkies. But fucking hot glue, don't use it in amps. What do guitar amps do when they get when you use them? They get hot. And what does hot glue do when it gets hot? Fucking melts. Doesn't stick to fucking shit in a guitar amp, especially if it's full of fucking nicotine residue or fucking WD-40 or whatever, or fucking Jack Daniels and Coke. Hot glue just doesn't belong in amps. That and electrical tape. So yeah, I'm sick of seeing that shit. And replace some of these caps. These capacitors were in on high voltage areas, you know, trying to block DC from going to other places, and there's just cracks in them. So I don't like to replace these old caps, because they're generally good, but once they get cracks in them, they get moisture in them, and then they can stop performing properly and stop doing their job. You know, especially in a critical area like the phase inverter, you don't want to lose a set of output valves for a bloody $2 capacitor, you know. Anyway, so that's all that stuff. I'll I'll plug this in and just give it some sound samples, and then I might have a look at check out the reverb, see what that sounds like. Like if it's nice and strong at around 3 or 4, where hum is pretty much inaudible, I'll probably just leave it, or just ask the customer what he wants to do. But anyway, let's hook this thing up. And just before I do that, so the amp is on now, running, and here's the camera right up to the speaker. It's pretty quiet, despite not having a lot of filtering. It's only got 22 microfarad in the reservoir cap, and she puts out about 25 watts for a fixed bias EL34 push-pull amp. So it's not and I tried a couple of different valves too, so there's definitely nothing wrong with it. That's just how it's designed. And that's the volume full on that channel. A little bit of hiss. I'm surprised how quiet it is. So that's everything full. So, yeah, it's not too bad at all. And then here's the vibrato channel. I'll just leave the EQ knobs all the way up. Little bit of buzz on that channel. But yeah, so I didn't get any gut shots of this. I just wanted to get it done. But just considering how the ground layout is in this, and just the sort of, there's quite a long lead on that between the grid of the valve and the volume control and stuff. So all things considered, it's actually pretty quiet for what it is. And yeah, my test cab is just 2 ET65s. From warehouse speakers, just in case you're wondering what was in the cabinet with my name on it.